Right now in Denver7 News, unemployment benefits suddenly cut off for thousands in our state.
That there was no warning, there was nothing on their website. So I think a lot of people probably were caught by surprise.
As state jobs numbers cross a threshold, out-of-work Coloradans take a bitter blow.
Plus, lives upended by devastating wildfires.
We were volunteer evacuated on Labor Day weekend.
As Colorado families struggle to rebuild, your donations make all the difference.
It just really shows you how good people are. And there are so many good people.
This evening, with your generous support, we're just getting started.
There we go.
Welcome to Denver7 News. I'm Shannon Ogden.
I'm Jessica Porter in for Ann Trujillo. Thank you for joining us. Wildfires, coronavirus, and a slumping economy. Coloradans battled it all this year.
While the unemployment rate is certainly getting better, tens of thousands are still out of work. As Denver7's Megan Lopez reports, mandatory cuts to state funding mean many suddenly lost the benefits they've come to rely on.
It sounds like it should be a good thing. Colorado's insured unemployment rate taking a dip during the pandemic.
We went below 5% in early November.
Last month, the number of people who were unemployed using state benefits dropped to 4.9%. That 0.1% made all the difference when it comes to federal money Colorado receives.
Once you drop below that 5%, you're no longer eligible for state extended benefits.
A program that provided an extra 13 weeks of federal financial aid for people who used up all their state benefits and still haven't found work.
So I was working in a sales
like Dana
position up until April,
who wanted to remain anonymous because he's actively searching for work and embarrassed about his situation.
And I've been unemployed since, and the market is a little bit rough.
He's one of roughly 16,000 who had their benefits shut off.
What was a little bit concerning about that was that there was no information about that. There was no warning. There was nothing on their website. So I think a lot of people probably were caught by surprise.
He was lucky enough to find help elsewhere, but many others were not.
It's passed as amended.
That's why last week, Colorado lawmakers passed an amendment to change the way the state calculates its unemployment rate to include people relying on state and federal unemployment assistance. That number is closer to 6.4%.
We had not done this, Megan. We would have had to wait till the general session reconvenes in January.
Now they're waiting on the U.S. Department of Labor for legal clarification to see if they can retroactively give those benefits to people who lost them and if they can avoid a 13-week waiting period to reapply for that federal aid. But there's more bad news.
All benefits, regardless if you're in 1 week of state extended benefits or you're in the 12th week or 13th week, they will come to an end at the end of this month.
Meaning if Congress doesn't pass more COVID relief spending in fast, a lot of people could be left without relief during the holidays. Megan Lopez, Denver7.
Our state economy won't add enough jobs next year to offset this year's losses. CU Boulder researchers released that finding today.
They say this all hinges on a vaccine. The researchers believe in 2021, our state will get back less than a third of jobs lost to COVID in 2020. They are counting on a rebound in the leisure and hospitality industry, which is projected to add almost 20,000 new jobs next year.
That includes restaurants. Many have closed their dining rooms because of tighter restrictions as we head into winter. The researchers write, it will continue to be a bumpy road as long as the economy goes through rolling lockdowns. The expectation is a stronger second half of the year.
A live look from a Boulder County restaurant, the Lion's Den, is open tonight and hosting a protest after they were shut down over the weekend. Boulder County public health officials issued a cease and desist order for 3 separate public health order violations. This weekend, the state suspended the restaurant's liquor license and took all of their liquor, which the bar owner says was worth thousands. They are promising to open for dinner tonight and to fight to get their liquor license back.
Today, El Chapultepec announced it's going to close for good. The Jazz Club is by Coors Field, but it was there for 9 decades. That is 60 years before a Rockies game was ever played. The Jazz clubs already were hurting pre-pandemic, and now they've lost 2 revenue streams, liquor sales and live music tickets. They are trying to sell live streams, hold fundraisers to keep the lights on. And listen to this, 90% of venues nationwide that were open in June may be closed by March. This is according to a summer survey from the National Independent Venue Association. Well, Colorado families are struggling to make ends meet, and federal help is badly needed. And today, there are some signs of progress on Capitol Hill as stimulus talks drag on. Congress is planning a vote Wednesday on a one-week spending bill that would keep the government open while lawmakers hopefully hammer out a deal. As for the deal itself, the AP reports direct payments are out, so don't expect another one of those $1,200 payments. But a $300 per week boost in unemployment benefits is in. Total price tag is just below $1 trillion. Historic wildfires burned through our state this year, as you know, destroying homes, throwing lives into chaos. But the response, the outpouring of support, has been incredible.
We asked you to donate to our Denver7 Gives Fund for wildfire victims, and you raised nearly $300,000.
Today, our team spent the day delivering supplies in Larimer County. Food, blankets, pillows, tools, all things people who lost their homes in the wildfires are going to need.
Walmart in Loveland pitched in today, donating nearly 2 truckloads of food, bedding, and other items. And McGluckin Hardware in Boulder gave us 10% off on everything from brakes to shovels, barbecue grills, and gloves. And then a little bit ago, our Russell Haythorne got to pay a special visit.
I'm Russell Haythorne at the Larimer County Donation Center for Wildfire Victims, and on behalf of Denver7 and our generous viewers, we'd like to donate this check for $75,000 to the United Way of Larimer County, and this is Claire Bouchard with the United Way. Claire, this is all yours.
Well, thank you so much, Russell. Thank you so much, Denver7 News viewers. Because of your generosity, this money will really help families that have been impacted by the fires up in Cameron Peak and the East Troublesome Fire. We're a long-term recovery fund, and we found that unmet needs are really emerging about a year or 6 months after an incident. And so these funds are really going to help families rebuild their lives. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. And we are committed to keeping your donations right here in Colorado. We chose to stop at an Ace Hardware, hit hard by COVID. They gave us a 10% discount to stretch out those donated dollars.
5 other Larimer County stores chose to help out when they heard what we were doing. Those businesses donated thousands of dollars worth of materials to help the families, including some firefighters who lost everything during this wildfire season.
And we had to pay movers to help deliver all these things. They made multiple trips.
Denver7's Jacqueline Allen continues our team coverage now with a look at one family grateful for the help.
All right, let's go do some Christmas shopping. In the spirit of the season. All right, we're starting with the Dutch oven. A shopping spree to replace what was lost. There we go. Using your generous donations to Denver7 Gives, we pick up the supplies, shopping, that help make a house a home. So they made their list, we checked it twice, add in a little holiday spirit.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
And we are heading to the mountains, where Clint and Stacy Young deserve a break. In October, the log cabin Clint hand-built 20 years ago was right in the path of the Cameron Peak fire.
We were volunteer evacuated on Labor Day weekend, and we packed up a bunch of stuff.
Were you able to get everything that was important to you?
I got her.
They made it, their home didn't. Now they're determined to rebuild. Are you ready to see the surprise? Yeah. Okay, here we go. And Denver7 Gives gets to help.
Holy cow.
Hand mixer? With a car full of things they said they needed, and a few just for fun. We wanted you to have a little holiday spirit. Plus, thoughtful donations to warm the spirit. This is from a sewing circle out of Johnstown. They actually handmade these blankets.
I love blankies.
Yes. But as they rebuild, they also need supplies. This check is to help pay off some of the money you've already spent on building supplies.
Wow. Holy cow. Awesome.
Thanks to Denver7 Gives donations, a GoFundMe, and their neighbors, this garage rebuild is well underway.
I was absolutely amazed that Denver7 Gives even asked me what I needed and what I wanted. It just really shows you how good people are. And there are so many good people. And it's truly amazing.
The Young say that is what keeps them going, because this is where they want to stay.
Well, it's home.
It is.
You know, anywhere else just doesn't feel like home. It doesn't quite look like home and it used to look.
Right.
But it will.
Oh, I love it. We needed some Christmas around here.
For now, the Youngs are staying in this camper on the property as they rebuild. Clint says it's going to take him a couple of years to do this again by hand. Once again, a labor of love. In Larimer County, Jacqueline Allen, Denver7.
Jacqueline, thank you. And you still have time to get in on the giving. To make a tax-deductible donation, just head over to thedenverchannel.com and click on Denver7 Gives. Then find our Wildfire Fund in the drop-down menu. 100% of the proceeds helps those in need in our communities.
Fresh uncertainty for high school students, and this time it's not about going to class.
The changes athletes are facing in the months ahead.
Also, a staffed homeless camp in Denver as families move in today. Some say the city needs dozens more just like it.